mindset should be for expedition that you can face anything, you have to do anything in addition to your own job profile. So be ready to perform, be ready to cooperate. It is our perception that define them. See, they will not do this. You handle them, you give them respect, you give them opportunity, they will perform. I would like to tell all the men that treat women like a human being. Don't treat them as on gender bias. Remove gender bias from your working environment, and then only you will get the results. ये concept दिमाग से निकाल दो कि ये लड़का है, ये लड़की है.
बिल्कुल सही.
तो ये बचपन से ही जो हमारे दिमाग में डाली जाती हैं, और जब अगर शुरू में वो चीजें दूर हो जाती हैं तो आगे जाके कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
Hello everyone, and I'm back with another episode of Men's Talk Town. So we have had really interesting conversations till now with various men, and they being from various backgrounds, their perspectives, and how they perceive women, or what changes men can bring in the society to actually make a safer space for women. So today I have with me, I've invited Mr. Ram Prasad Lal. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show.
Namaskar.
Namaste. And I'm quickly going to introduce him. He has a very special background or achievement, I would say, in his kitty. So I'm going to quickly read his bio. Ram Prasad Lalji, the man from Antarctica, Antarctic expedition leader, professional speaker, retired scientist, EIMD. So, Mr. Ram Prasad Lal has 4 decades of experience in government administration and finance. He is a seasoned weather forecaster, government finance professional, and the man from Antarctica with a passion for scientific research. He is Masters in Physics from Allahabad University and MBA in Finance Management from IGNOU, with a background in meteorology while participating in 12th and 18th Indian Antarctic expeditions and leading the 21st Indian Antarctic expedition as a leader and station commander at Maitri. He spent 42 months in Antarctica. Oh my God, that's really huge. I don't think any of us would, dare to do this, or even if we dare, I think it takes a lot of efforts, and definitely it takes a lot of effort.
Spells.
Sorry?
It was in 3 spells.
14 months. Absolutely. So now with his Antarctica expedition background, he was in the IMD headquarters at New Delhi and has been coordinating with different ministries. Post-retirement, he is a consultant in various ministries of Government of India and is an academic counselor with IGNOU currently. So welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. An absolute pleasure having you today on this wonderful.
Thank you for inviting for your show podcast.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure, absolute pleasure. So, sir, we'll first, of course, would like to know also about a bit about your expedition. But first, I would like to start a little with the topic itself, and then gradually, as we progress, we'll keep conversing, and you can keep sharing your experiences also. So, how life has been with you, sir, and who all have been the females in your life, the women in your life?
Life have been very dramatic from a village to Antarctica and cities. So I was born in a village in Varanasi district. Up to 12th, I was in a village, and from then I went to Allahabad University. And then my career path started. I wanted to become an armed forces officer. I qualified twice SSB but could not clear the medical. Then I tried for IS. I could not clear IS also due to different reasons. Then I joined India Meteorological Service. Before joining India Meteorological Service, I have worked in Indian Audit Account Service and then civil aviation as a technical assistant. So this was my journey. And in 85, I joined Meteorological Department at Guwahati and then served at Bhubaneswar, Lucknow, and then IMD headquarters. And in between, I have been to Antarctica. So this was my journey, career journey. I started my career in IMD as a professional assistant and retired as a scientist. And there were the 2 people in my life who saved my life. First was my mother, who herself was a daughter of a teacher, and second was my wife.
Okay.
So early childhood was groomed by my mother, In a village, she used to teach all we brothers. And then when I went to Allahabad, then and after I got married in 85. Then my wife came into my, and my wife has gave me a lot of encouragement to move forward. Due to her support, I could achieve lot. Even when I was going to first time to Antarctica, my wife was pregnant, and she gave birth to the our son when I was not there. When I returned back, I saw him 14 months old.
Oh my God.
So,
Oh,
this
oh,
way, the she supported me all along the life. I never bothered about home. She
true.
can taken care of all my home front.
Absolutely, sir. It's very important. It's very important
Yeah. The
because
second, my daughter, I always encouraged her to become an administrator. So, but she didn't become administrator. She became the technocrat, and she did engineering and then MBA. Now she is settled in USA and doing the strategy management. So, these are the ladies who were in my life, who saved my life or who controlled my life.
so in your professional journey, like earlier also you were working, and then in your Antarctica journey, how has your female colleagues been, or what kind of work have you done with them?
Yes, in fact, in earlier the period, there were very, very few ladies in the IMD. When I came with the headquarter IMD, then I got a lot of ladies to work with me. They were, in fact, I were the most notorious peoples in IMD. But it was very wonderful work. They were very wonderful working with me. So it all depends upon the mentality of the people with whom you are handling and how you are
Absolutely.
handling.
True.
So at one point, many people wanted to join to my units because they were getting the freedom to work.
Right.
So this was the in Antarctica. There are very few ladies goes in 12th, 13th one lady went with us. So they all were the scientists. So within scientific community, we don't have any problems. We work in cooperation with each other. In 18th, there was one lady from other countries. She also worked with us very nicely with no problem. So it all depends on attitude, the attitude of the woman in your life, and your own attitude towards that woman.
Absolutely true. So in your Antarctic like expedition, were there any females also?
Yes, in fact, in my expedition, there wintering there was no woman. Only one woman has done so far entering from India. That is Dr. Kaval Binku. She went as a station doctor. Rest the ladies go. They go from early from the third expedition onward. The ladies are going to Antarctica, and they worked mostly. The geologist went there, and few doctors went. So they also worked very nicely. They with no issue, but there are little bit issue of their accommodation and sharing the facility. That problems that in expedition people take care.
What we generally see that these kind of expeditions, these are very taxing, or very difficult. So were there any preparations and different for any, I mean, female point of view or male point of view, or it was all together, it was there?
It is all together for everybody. It is the same. There is no only thing is that your mindset should be fixed for expedition. Mindset should be for expedition that you can face anything. You have to do anything in addition to your own job profile. So be ready to perform, be ready to cooperate, and Antarctica is really heaven.
Absolutely. So how do you encourage females around you, professionally or otherwise also?
I encourage in my service. I always encourage them. In fact, I will tell you that there have been the situation that the ladies were not happy in other units,
Yes, you told.
and they were supposed to be transferred to out station. Then I came in and I told no, okay, if they are not performing anywhere, let them work with me. And in my unit, they performed very well. So that also happened, and the same thing I told everybody that they are not bad. It is our perception that define them. See, they will not do this. You handle them, you give them respect, You give them opportunity, they will perform.
Absolutely. So, what all qualities and skills you think that women have which men should adopt, and why?
First thing is the adaptation. A woman adapts in each environment. Let us see the in office. In office, she is a worker, co-worker. In addition to so, she is a housewife also.
Right.
So she manages everything. She manages office also. She manages home also. So yeah, she adapts herself about her, both the roles. So first thing is adaptation. Second thing is the economy. In a house, she economizes everything. So economy is the next things what we learn from women. And third thing is that there is communication.
Right.
They are very polite in communication. Even when they are angry, they don't express that way.
Very
Just
true.
like males counterpart. So these three things are the things to be learned from women.
Okay. So, when you say communication, can you highlight that? What do you exactly mean by communication?
Communication, you see the a woman is always soft, always. It's not 100%, but most of the time she is soft spoken. Second, she has to be very precise. She communicates everything in a short term. You have now you have to understand it, and if you doubt, then you ask further. So she is very precise in her communication and very brief. And before going to that, she keeps the eyes on everything.
Sir, you said precise and brief, but usually औरतों के बारे में उल्टा बोला जाता है कि वो बहुत बातें करती हैं. Like,
वो
generally
बातें
female.
आपस में करती हैं.
Okay. So you're saying while this communication you're talking between a female and a male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. In office environment or
In office
even
environment. Okay. So they like to keep it to the point is what you're trying to say.
because they fear that something else, if they speak something, it may be taken something other way. So they keep it brief to the topic
Okay,
and to the point.
misunderstanding might come up.
Yes, might come up.
So that's a really nice point. And what about any stereotypes you think that we have towards women and which needs to be, as a society or as men think needs to be broken?
Yes, stereotype is normally the people say that women don't work in the office. Second thing, they find out the any type of they can blame you on anything. So certain ladies are in office, sometimes they are branded.
Okay.
So that is a wrong concept, because unless you understand the other person's point of view. As I informed you, I work with very notorious people in my office. People were afraid to work with them. But when I worked with them, I found that they are very wonderful people. But they are perceived in that way because of their openness. Sometimes openness is taken otherwise from either both sides. Even male can be treated as taken otherwise
Mm-hmm.
by females, and it becomes vice versa also.
Right.
So if you remove those things from your working, receive the preconceived notions from the people, then you will see the real people behind that. And when you find the real people, they work very nicely.
But then most of the time, like we see in offices, the women needs to prove themselves a lot. Like, they face this issue a lot. Even today, when they work hard, when they express, still, I mean, their work is seen, but still they have to prove themselves twice or thrice. So why would
Yes,
that be?
because they are perceived as that non-performers. They are not judged on the basis of their performance, but on the basis of perceived notions. If they don't know, suppose some my staff doesn't know. Even I have been called the people why the letter is not written, and then I started dictating the letter extempore.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing you have to understand what is their problem, or whether are you able to communicate them properly what you want from them. And if you are clear, then only they can perform. And if there is a problem with them, they are not able to perform, you add them, you assist them, you tell them how to go ahead. And only then this one misunderstanding will go.
Okay. So what is that one message or I would say point it may not be one, it can be multiple points you would like to tell men in with respect to women, like their behavior or their mentality, because how they think or how they operate towards women.
I would like to tell all the men that treat women like a human being. Don't treat them as a on gender bias. Remove gender bias from your working environment, and
Hmm.
then only you will get the results. This is the first and what you can tell the trust of this my saying, that first treat them as a human being.
Okay.
Don't treat them as a ladies, or don't treat the gents as
Discriminate
a
on basis of
men.
gender.
Yeah, if you treat the people like a human being, and then human beings have the feelings, and you respect the feelings, and then everything will come out.
Very true.
So understand the feeling, give the respect, and understand that they are all human beings. They have all emotions like you. So how you will behave in that situation? Everybody behaves in that way. So understanding is very much required.
Why do you think they are not able to do this at times?
Uh, that is a preconceived notions. When it is a, when we are being brought up, we are told that woman has to this only thing, boy has to this thing.
Yes,
We were never taught that the both can work together.
true.
Even in houses, we were told like that only.
Yes.
कि
Simply
लड़की का
अपने
काम ये है, लड़के का काम ये है. ये नहीं बताया गया कि दोनों एक साथ काम कर सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल सही,
और
मतलब
इवन
जैसे।
इवन कॉलेजेस में भी ऐसे ही होता है. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल बताऊं. मैं 12th में 11th में था, और हमारे क्लास में केवल एक लड़की थी. फिजिक्स टीचर ने हमसे कहा कि आपको इसके साथ प्रैक्टिकल करना है, और हमने कहा कि नहीं, हम इसके साथ प्रैक्टिकल नहीं कर सकते.
हम्म।
और एक झनाटेदार तमाचा पड़ा था मुझको टीचर के सिर कि आपको आगे जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना है और सबके साथ मिलके काम करना है.
बिल्कुल।
तो दिस वाज माय फर्स्ट लर्निंग कि ये कंसेप्ट दिमाग से निकाल दो कि ये लड़का है, ये लड़की है.
बिल्कुल सही।
तो
आई मीन,
ये बचपन से ही जो हमारे दिमाग में डाली जाती हैं, और जब अगर शुरू में वो चीजें दूर हो जाती है तो आगे जाके कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
हाँ, आई थिंक बैकग्राउंड या अपब्रिंगिंग का बहुत असर होता है, तो वो डेफिनेटली वो चीज़ है। जी। सो आपके अभी जैसे, लाइक कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, आपके एंटार्क्टिका अनुभव का थोड़ा सा, उसमें से भी आप क्या चीज़ें मतलब अपने अनुभव से बता सकते हैं, which men can adapt while working, towards a space with women.
Yes, first is adaptability. That is Antarctica life itself depends on adaptability. You
Right.
have to adapt the environment, you have to adapt the people. So adaptability in first thing. Second is the collaboration.
Okay.
You have to collaborate with the people. Unless you collaborate, you cannot survive.
So
Especially in
again,
Antarctica,
yes,
collaboration is the thing. If you don't collaborate with you, you cannot survive alone.
very true.
Third thing is the attitude. You have to make that attitude of survival, attitude of mutual respect, and these are the things which makes you a human being, and Antarctica makes you a human being.
Very true. So, how was your experience being here on the show?
On the show, it was wonderful show. I loved the question you asked me from this side and that side, and you tried to bring out the problems in the society,
Yes.
especially in working environment.
Yes, actually, it's not also a problem, but yes, in a way, because what women generally face at workspace, and there is more need of understanding.
Yes, it
So,
is basically understanding which is lacking.
yes, and more of open communication, more of dialogues, more of understanding each other's perspective is required as a when we
Yes,
speak of
yes,
male and female. And if there are any biases, or if there are any gender discrimination is happening, that definitely needs to be stopped,
remove one.
removed. Absolutely right. So I'm going to share sir's information and link in the description, so please get in touch with him. Any aspiring people who would like to go on an Antarctica expedition, or they are looking forward for any kind of expedition, they can get in touch with sir and get his guidance. I'm sure he will be there to help you all.
Yes, I am very much open. For 20, 30 years, I never spoke about Antarctica. So
Okay.
after retirement, I started speaking about my Antarctica last 3, 4 years.
Wonderful. It's a lifetime achievement, sir, and no doubt about it. Absolute honor to have you on the show. And I think a lot of learnings are there from you as with respect to your experience, and as you mentioned, different aspects of life. So a lot of points sir has brought out. It could be your upbringing, it could be your thought process, it could be your notions, assumptions, communication. So we need to work one by one on all these aspects to have a mutual coordinated relationship between a man and a
Yes,
woman.
you nicely summarize everything.
Thank you, sir, and absolute honor and pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you very much.
great, great. Thank you.